What a beautiful day here at the Georgia Meth shop. Let's go get started here. All right, let's make sure the phones are working. They should be all good. Computers on. Let's wash our hands before we start. Okay, let's open up this garage. All right, let's move this truck outside real quick. Let's get it on B. Get it positioned here first. Put this thing in the parking lot so it's not in the way. All right, let's get started. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, how we doing? Welcome back to the Georgia Meth shop. Today, you guys, we are going to get straight to business. As you guys know, we have a task to do for today for a lovely customer on this Ram. Whoa. Okay, George, not off to a good start on this Ford F350, you guys. So basically, quick backstory: the gentleman that wanted this vehicle, this type of model of vehicle, basically decided to change it to one of these, and we're building it for him today. So let's get to work. As you guys know, the usual, we strip it down, get this thing off, not a single part on it, and then we rebuild it, make it look like brand spanking new. And that's what we're about to do. What was I gonna say? So I know you guys probably don't see my ram. That's what I meant to say earlier. I put it in the paint shop. It's at the paint shop. It'll be in there after we're done with this truck. Actually, hold on. All right, I put it in the test path for now next to the paint shop because I'm gonna need this anyways for the Ford F350. So we'll deal with that later. We'll work on it after we finish this truck. Okay, let's get this thing lifted up. All right, let's go. Let's look under the hood. Okay, the fuses real quick. All right, let's take this apart. Take all these fuses out that we don't need from it anymore. Whoa, we're forgetting one more. All right, there we go. Get this air filter taken out. We don't need that at this moment, and then we're good. Put this thing lifted up, get all these tires taken off that it doesn't need, because we're gonna put brand new ones and get to work. All right, all 4 tires are taken off on this beast. As you guys know, we're gonna do the usual. We're gonna start from the rear end and we'll work our way up to the front just to make it a bit easier. All right, there we go. This car's pretty easy in the rear. It's not too much nonsense, surprisingly, for a truck this big. They don't have too much stuff wanting for you to take off. I like that. All right, so all of the rear end is taken off. Now we got to go up here to the front. Let's start off with the transfer case. We're going to take this off so then we could manage to get this big transmission taken off. V8 model, not too bad. Hold on before we do that. Actually, we make sure to get those parts. All right, we got the transmission taken off. We don't have to worry about taking out the oil because it doesn't have an oil pan under it, so that will make it a bit easier. Get this front axle wheel taken off. There we go. Front hub. We're gonna make sure this customer loves this car, that it comes out nice as heck. If I can do a swap, I'm gonna take a look. I don't think so because these trucks are pretty limited, but if possible, I'll probably try to see if I could do like a swap on it. We'll see what we can do, because I think it currently has, if I'm not mistaken, a V8, 4x4, maybe V8, something like that. I forget what they call it. This one has, so I'm gonna see, maybe possibly do an adjustment and put a nicer motor in here. Maybe give it a bit of more horsepower. All right, there we go. Car is fully stripped down. Now let's get this motor pulled out. We'll see. All right, let's take a look before we move this over there. So it currently has a V8 Ford Boss 4x4. That's what they call it. So we could continue with that. We do have the other one, but I think this one looks a bit nicer and it'd fit it a bit more. It does have 400 horses, so I think that's gonna be good enough. It won't be too bad. I think we got this thing fully stripped down. Let's get these taillights. I almost forgot about that. And yeah, let's get this thing to the, well, let's weld it. I don't think I welded it out. Okay, I didn't. Oh Lord, that would have been bad. Giving this thing a wash and painting and I forgot to weld it. What the heck? All right, let's give this thing a pressure wash, get this thing looking brand new. I think it was, yeah, it's red. It was red, so it's gonna be interesting because it's going from red to white. Gotta clean up this interior, make sure we got it smelling nice and clean. There we go, getting all the scraps off. We'll make sure this car also has CarPlay for that customer. Would it be an imports? No. Body tuning? Nope. Okay, so just body work. All right. All right. Just placed in a huge order for all the parts for this truck. So it should be here in, I think 10 minutes. So we'll have all those parts for this truck so we can put it back together and then work on the motor. Make sure this thing comes out nice. Because I want to help him out. I respect the fact that he came out and, you know, told me he wants a different replacement. And, you know, it's respectable and the reasoning. So, you know, we're going to make sure that we help him out, hook him up, make this thing. Because it's going to be a family car, but truck slash his daily. So we're going to make sure it has a lot of power. You know, it's efficient. That's why I decided to get him this model. All right. So we got the interior. Looks clean, fresh as new. Got the body. Now let's get this thing painted up for him. So he wants it so the way this car is gonna go, because I forgot to mention it to you guys. Timeout. Everybody hold the phone real quick. I almost forgot. Hold on, everybody. Timeout. He wants it with brown seats. All right, we got to replace these real quick. I almost forgot. The customer, he wants it with brown seats. So we're gonna hook him up with these that we got. Whoa, he wants it with the brown, so we'll give him a brown seats. There we go. All right, that's better. Okay, yeah, like I was saying before, so the way this car is gonna go is going to be, the body's gonna be white with believe black rims. Yeah, black rims. So it's gonna be white with black rims. So it'll look pretty nice. Nope, we're just gonna go white. Should we go like a metallic? It looks pretty nice, but we'll go gloss just because it looks the nicest and it looks the most white out of all of it. All right, there we go. Let's get this thing back on the lift and let me get the parts real quick. All right, so we got some of the parts. I think we got more on the way. Let me see. We're just currently waiting on those parts to get here. We still got the fans to get, the base of the filter, still got a couple things we need to get, and the cover of this. They're on their way. It's running a bit late, but no problem. No rush. All right, there we go. All right, we got the battery. We did get that. We also got the windshield fluid. We also got all the relays so the car functions properly and we don't have any issues. There we go. Car's gonna run great for this customer, you guys, trust me. All right, let's put on this cover. Let's get the fan. We got the filter. We also got the cover. I think we need the clips. Yep, I'll get those real quick right now since it's just 4 of them and it's cheap. There we go. All righty, let's go here. Boom. Gonna make sure he has a nice brand new air filter so his kids, there's no issues. All right, let's go to the bottom, get this thing ready to rumble. All right, so we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna start off the rear and then go to the front. All right, there we go. Let's put that there. Leaf. All right, rear is all put on, you guys. We got the exhaust put on for him. He's got dual exhaust, 2 pipes coming out of each. Thing's gonna look nice. All it's missing now is the rims, which we'll get all of that in the wheels after we get done. Let's get the front taken care of. All right, let me get that part order real quick. Let me put these springs together and then hopefully we should have it. All right, now we should be good. I hope. Yeah, there we go. All right, let's put this all back together. Front shocks, get the lower suspension going. Boom, shakalaka. Let's get these plugged in real quick so we don't forget. I like this truck a lot. There's a lot of like room to work on it. As you guys know, with the shop truck, the newer one, we never worked on it. To my knowledge, we just bought it. It's been such a minute ago. I don't remember, but to my knowledge, we just bought it and that was it. So we didn't get a chance to work on it like how we are with this one. This one, we're getting a chance to actually dig and work on it and see what's up, how it is and all that, etc. That's the difference. Get this large cooler. Oh, there we go. All right, this side is almost done. We'll get that in a minute so the wheel doesn't block us. There we go. Boom and boom. All right, brake disc on. So yeah, no, this is a different experience for us to see how everything operates on it and all that. But I like it though. It's pretty smooth. A lot of space for you to work in. When I was building the all-wheel drive Hellcat, it was annoying because it was so like packed in. Everything was so in the way that it was annoying to work on. So it makes it uncomfortable. This one isn't too bad. This one, it's a big truck though, so it makes sense. Obviously, it's not a surprise. There we go. All we got to put is this on. All right, so the front is done. All the car needs is its motor now, which we're about to go work on, and it will be brand new. So let's lower this thing down, and let's get this engine working. So it's a V8 Ford Boss 4x4. Let me see. Okay, yeah, this one right here. All right, let's get to work. Oh my lord, you guys, I had the mic off. Oh my god. What the barnacles, dude? I do that every time. So yeah, we got the transmission, as you guys see, put in, and we're about to put all the liquids in, the oil right now. This thing's about to be ready to rumble and ready to go. I believe, yeah, I did get the clips in. We just need to put the power steering fluid and this thing is good to go. All right, there we go. Car is ready to go. There we go. Let's get this beast turned on. Oh my god, man, that sounds tough. Hey, look, sounds nicer than the shop one. But there we go, you guys. F350 for the customer is ready to go. Let's send it off. We're making $102,000. There we go. We gave him a $5,000 discount just because I was feeling generous, and now it's good to go. All right, we got that job done. We do got a couple more cars, you guys, that we got to work on for customers still down the road. We got an M4 that we got to work on, and we also got to work on an older Mercedes. Now, right now, we're going to take a break from that. We're going to work on our truck, or my truck. Gonna get this thing painted, looking tough. I don't know. I'm thinking painting it the same color as all the other ones, but it's like, do I want to do that, or do I want to black it out and just make this thing look like a beast? Because all the other cars that I have, literally the Corvette, the Hellcats, they're all this blue. I like the rims it has too, low key. Or should we go black, like a matte black though, with the same rims it has on it? We'll do that. Fudge it. I low key like the rim. I like the like chrome-ish rims it has. There we go. I haven't drove it at all yet. Thing is dieseled out, beasted out, as you see. thing is gonna be a beast. I'm not gonna use it yet, just because I'm still gonna do some work to it, probably like some like tune-ups, maybe get, it does have a turbo, I'll probably get like a newer turbo on it, do a couple nice modifications to it, get it a bit faster, because I know right now it's at 354, so I'm at least trying to get it to 400 pushing easy. So we'll still use the SRT Trackhawk, but for now I wanted to get a truck for me personally. This is the shop's truck, so I'm gonna keep it that way, as you know, we're using this truck to get parts, deliver cars for clients, everything like that. So I got this for me. I was a fan of it. We're gonna use this. But yeah, so I guess let's get the heck out of here. Let me see how the phone calls are going. Okay. All right, that's cool. All right. Well, let's get this thing shut down. Let's close this thing down, get it moving and grooving. Let me see, does this have any additional parts? Oh, it does. What would that be for these? Or like back here? Oh shoot. All right, I didn't know that. All right, let me park this thing on the A lift. I'm gonna keep it there. The next time we come in, we'll be working on the M4 2014. I do gotta go get one. And yeah, so let's close this shop down, get it ready to roll. All right, gates are closed. Let's shut off the phone, computer, and let's get the heck out of here. We'll get some work done on you next time. All right, let's roll, ladies and gentlemen. It was a good day at the Georgia Meth shop. Let's get the hell out of here. Yeah, I do need to give this thing a break eventually. All right, let's go.